When you think of Nikola Tesla, the first thing that comes to mind is likely his groundbreaking work in the field of electricity. But did you know that Tesla was also fascinated with the Great Pyramids of Giza, and he believed that they held a secret to unlocking free energy? Tesla believed that the key to this technology lay hidden in the mysteries of the Great Pyramid of Giza. What if I told you that Tesla may have been onto something? That the Great Pyramid holds the key to unlocking an ancient and powerful technology that has been hidden away for centuries. Tesla studied the pyramids and started experimenting. His early experiments were successful, but his research mysteriously vanished after his death. There was no evidence left of Tesla's wireless power technology. Or is there? Tesla didn't invent wireless power. It's been here for 5,000 years, and probably a lot longer than that. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating connection between the Great Pyramid of Giza and Nikola Tesla, and what it could mean for our understanding of ancient technology. So sit back, grab a snack, because things are about to get weird. The Great Pyramid of Giza is by far one of the most unexplainable structures ever built. It is made up of more than 2 million stone blocks, each weighing around 2.5 tons. The sheer size and weight of these blocks have led many to question how the ancient Egyptians could have possibly built such a massive structure without modern machinery, and what was its purpose. For a long time, popular belief concluded that enslaved people built the pyramids, in particular the pyramids of Giza. Misinterpretations of the biblical book of Exodus and Hollywood films have all contributed to this idea. We know that they were not slaves because archaeologists have located the remains of a purpose-built village for the thousands of workers who built the Giza pyramids nearly 4,500 years ago. Another theory states that the ancient Egyptians created ramps beside the pyramids to transport the blocks to each new level, but even they are not completely convinced by the proposed models, the most prominent being the long ramp and the spiral ramp models. Over the last 15 years, the French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin has developed a new theory, one of an internal spiral ramp. But still, if you had a ramp big enough to transport these megaton blocks, that ramp would still be there today. I mean, if these theories are right, it still can't explain how researchers state that the construction time period for the pyramid was about 20 to 25 years. For the pyramid to have been completed within 20 to 25 years, each massive 20 to 70 ton block would have to have been accurately placed approximately every 2 minutes. Early theories suggested that the pyramid was constructed as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, due to the hieroglyphs found in nearby structures. When the Great Pyramid was opened, explorers discovered a series of chambers, including the King's Chamber and the Queen's Chamber. However, there were no actual tombs or mummies found within these chambers. This absence of clear burial evidence has led to skepticism about the tomb theory. Unlike many other Egyptian tombs and pyramids, the Great Pyramid lacks significant inscriptions or decorations inside its chambers. Traditional Egyptian tombs were often adorned with hieroglyphs, illustrations, and texts depicting the deceased's journey to the afterlife. The simplicity of the interior design raised questions about its funerary function. The sheer precision and complexity of the Great Pyramid's construction, with its precise alignment, intricate passages, and massive stone blocks, suggested to some that its purpose might extend beyond a simple tomb. But till this day, there is no evidence of any tombs or bodies inside any of the pyramids. However, some individuals who have explored the pyramid from the inside describe an awe-inspiring experience, noting the precision of the construction and the peculiar acoustics within its chambers. Many individuals who have ventured inside the Great Pyramid of Giza have described a unique experience, and describing it as feeling like you're inside of a big machine or computer. Think about it: when people explore the Great Pyramid, there aren't any natural stairs or doorways to get in. You have to crawl to each chamber. If this was a tomb, why would it be so difficult to navigate to any of the chambers? Before we dive into Nikola Tesla's journey, I want you to have a brief overview of the Great Pyramid, some things that you may not have known. It shows that the ancient Egyptians had a greater purpose for the Great Pyramid. Oh, and scholars state that the construction time period for the pyramid was about 20 to 25 years, right? At the end of this video, tell me if you agree with them. The Great Pyramid's location at the geographical center of the Earth is a well-known but puzzling aspect. It is located at the center of the landmass of the Earth, the east-west parallel that crosses the most land, and the north-south meridian that crosses the most land intersect in two places on the Earth, one in the ocean and the other at the Great Pyramid. It also aligns to true north. The Great Pyramid is the most accurately aligned structure in existence and faces true north with only 3/60th of a degree of error. The position of the North Pole moves over time, and the pyramid was exactly aligned at one time. The centers of the four sides are indented with an extraordinary degree of precision, forming the only eight-sided pyramid. This effect is not visible from the ground or from a distance, but only from the air, and then only under the proper lighting conditions. This phenomenon is only detectable from the air at dawn and sunset on the spring and autumn equinoxes, when the sun casts shadows on the pyramid. There are many mathematical measurements within the Great Pyramid, and it acts as a scale model of the Earth, as if someone wanted to leave a message. For example, the speed of light in a vacuum is approximately 299,792 kilometers per second. Intriguingly, the coordinates of the Great Pyramid of Giza is 29,992 degrees. So what was the purpose of all of this being in the pyramid's construction? Was this some sort of giant computer or wireless energy transmitter? Like I said before, Nikola Tesla dug deep into the pyramids and believed the Great Pyramid specifically was a wireless energy transmitter. But how can we prove this? The outer casing of the Great Pyramid was covered with white tufa limestone, so tightly built that not even a razor blade could fit between the blocks. The white tufa limestone does not contain magnesium and has high insulating properties. This insulation property prevented the electricity inside the pyramid from being released without control. The stone blocks used inside the pyramid were made of another form of limestone containing crystal, which is an extremely high electrical conductor, and a small amount of metal, which allow for maximum power transmission. The shafts inside the pyramid were lined with granite. Granite, as a conductor, is a slightly radioactive substance and permits the ionization of the air inside these shafts. When we look at an insulated electric cable, we see that conductive and insulation materials are used in the same way as in the pyramids. The conductive and insulating properties of the pyramid are an example of flawless engineering. However, a source of energy is needed for electricity generation. The Giza plateau where the pyramids stand was full of underground water channels. The pyramids rise above limestone layers, the spaces between them being full of water. These special layers of rock that transmit electricity upward as they carry underground water to the surface are known as aquifers. The high volume flow of the River Nile that passed through these aquifers produced an electric current. This is known as physioelectricity. The pyramid's underground chambers are granite conductors built within the rock charged with physioelectricity. This electric current is conducted directly to the upper part of the pyramid's granite-covered subterranean chambers. Granite is a very good conductor of electricity. The electromagnetic field that forms at the bottom of the pyramid is transmitted in a concentrated form to the upper layers of the pyramid. On the top of the pyramid, there was a gold capstone or apex that transmitted the power to the surrounding areas, gold being an excellent conductor of electricity. So could all of this just be a coincidence? I don't think so, and Nikola Tesla proves it. He took this knowledge and started experimenting. When we are done, you will see how he was connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. When we think of Nikola Tesla, electricity usually comes to mind. However, not many are aware that Tesla held a deep fascination for the Great Pyramids of Giza. Back in the early 1900s, Tesla was obsessed with the Great Pyramids of Egypt. He read numerous books about these ancient structures and was blown away by how much energy they seemed to have. He believed that they were energy generators, capable of producing free, limitless energy. His theory was based on the fact that the pyramids were made of conductive materials, such as granite and limestone, which could transmit energy. At that time, not many people knew much about electricity, and Tesla started to wonder if there was some kind of advanced tech hidden in the pyramids. He had an idea that the power of the pyramids had to do with electromagnetism, and he put a lot of time and effort into trying to figure out the mystery. Tesla had some pretty unusual theories about the Great Pyramids. He thought that they could actually store and move electricity through the apex or capstone at the top, which could then be used to power up the areas around them wirelessly. He also had this theory that the pyramids were built using some kind of crystal energy. He believed that the chambers inside the pyramids could have these super powerful crystals that could control the electromagnetic fields using the natural resonance of the Earth as energy. The early 1900s was a time when the practical applications of electricity were still unfolding. Tesla's innovative contributions to alternating current AC power systems had already revolutionized the field. As Tesla delved into the mysteries of the pyramids, his unconventional ideas hinted at a broader understanding of the interconnectedness between ancient knowledge and the future of energy. This knowledge found practical application in Tesla's experimental Warden Cliff Tower. Tesla's Warden Cliff Tower, inspired by the principles he associated with the Great Pyramid, aimed to harness free wireless energy from the Earth's ionosphere. The Great Pyramid was strategically positioned on Earth's natural energy grid. Tesla suggested that the pyramid's alignment and proportions were purposefully designed to tap into a global energy network. This idea points to the pyramid's construction materials, limestone and granite, which was said by Tesla to have conductive properties, and the capstone that was at the top of the pyramid could enhance its ability to either collect or transmit energy. He incorporated this ancient technology into his towers, but this was probably his biggest mistake. In 1905, Tesla filed a patent in the US titled "The Art of Transmitting Electrical Energy Through the Natural Medium." The patent spoke about a unique design consisting of a series of generators around the world that would tap the ionosphere for energy collection. The design highlighted planet Earth itself, with its two poles, as a giant electrical generator of limitless energy. His triangle-shaped design became known as Tesla's electromagnetic pyramid, which finally culminated in his famous Tesla Tower, Warden Cliff Tower. He built a tower facility known as the Tesla Experimental Station in Colorado Springs and Warden Cliff Tower or Tesla Tower on the East Coast that sought to take advantage of the Earth's energy field. The locations were chosen according to the laws of where the pyramids of Giza were built, related to the relationship between the elliptical orbit of the planet and the equator. The design was intended for wireless transmission of energy. It was a bold design by Tesla, by the creation of a tower that could deliver electricity without wires to the whole world absolutely free of cost. This costed him in the long run. The Warden Cliff Tower was built on a 200-acre site on Long Island, and construction began in 1901. The tower itself was a marvel of engineering, standing over 187 feet tall and consisting of a cylindrical structure made of reinforced concrete. The tower was topped with a large copper dome that was designed to collect atmospheric electricity, which would then be transmitted down to the tower's base. One of the most interesting aspects of the tower's construction was its use of the same basic design principles as the Pyramid of Giza. Tesla had also built his tower above an aquifer and discharged the negative ions from the aquifer to the tower. The electromagnetic technology used in Tesla's famous tower is identical to the electromagnetic field set up in the construction of the pyramids. Both systems generate negative ions and transmit them without the need for electric cables. Nikola Tesla set the stage for groundbreaking developments at his laboratory in Colorado Springs, rigging his equipment with the ambitious intent to generate the first lightning-scale electrical discharges in history. Tesla erected a 142-foot mast crowned with a copper sphere on his laboratory roof. This construction was connected to a sizable high-voltage Tesla coil situated in the laboratory below. On the night of the experiment, a 1-second test charge illuminated the Colorado Springs night with an eerie blue hum. Subsequently, Tesla directed his assistant to fully electrify the tower. The result was nothing short of spectacular. Colossal bolts of electricity arced from the tower's summit, reaching out to lick the landscape. A distinctive blue corona enveloped the crackling equipment, creating a breathtaking display. However, the dazzling exhibition abruptly ended when the power failed. The strain caused the collapse of the local power station's generator, plunging the windows throughout Colorado Springs into darkness. Despite the dramatic interruption, Tesla's experiment yielded crucial insights. He confirmed that the Earth itself could serve as an electrical conductor. But this is where things get weird for Nikola Tesla and his life. Famed financier J.P. Morgan learned of Tesla's convictions after reading an article in Century magazine, wherein the scientist described a global network of high-voltage towers, which could one day control the weather, relay text and images wirelessly, and provide ubiquitous electricity via the atmosphere. Morgan, hoping to capitalize on the future of wireless telegraphy, immediately invested $150,000 to relocate Tesla's lab to Long Island to construct a pilot plant for this world wireless system. Construction of Warden Cliff Tower and its dedicated power generating facility began the following year. Tesla hired a prestigious architect, Stanford White, and together they designed a 187 feet high wooden tower with a giant ball on top, 68 feet in diameter, made of steel like the capstone from the Great Pyramid. This acted as a massive magnifying transmitter, also known as a high-power harmonic oscillator. The tower was anchored more than 300 feet into the ground. In the ground below, there were said to be tunnels and an iron root system that went deep into the earth. The energy was created by traditional means of generation, but Tesla's tower was intended to make it possible for anyone to transmit the power for free by creating a channel between the Earth and the ionosphere above. But the term free bothered his investor J.P. Morgan. In December 1901, a scant few months after construction began, a competing scientist named Guglielmo Marconi executed the world's first transatlantic wireless telegraph signal. Tesla's investors were deeply troubled by the development despite the fact that Marconi borrowed from 17 Tesla patents to accomplish his feat. Though Marconi's plans were considerably less ambitious in scale, his apparatus was also considerably less expensive. Work at Warden Cliff continued, But Tesla realized that his competitor's success with simple wireless telegraphy had greatly diminished the likelihood of further investments in his own, much grander project. Tesla underestimated the cost of his project, and he soon ran out of money. An appeal to Morgan went unanswered, as Morgan did not want to put any more money into this fantastic enterprise, as he called it. Perhaps J.P. Morgan was threatened by the prospect of free energy. After all, he was a businessman as well as a capitalist whose work centered around profiting from others. In the meantime, investors were rushing to throw their money behind Guglielmo Marconi, who had successfully sent a signal from England to Newfoundland by transmitting the letter S in Morse code across the ocean. Tesla did not give up. He put in his own money and completed Warden Tower, and carried on investing and experimenting till 1905, waiting for his beloved tower to be up and running. Unfortunately, Tesla never managed to make it work. His debts reached $20,000, $478,000 in today's money, and finally, he abandoned his dream as the press started labeling it as a hoax of the century. Eventually, he lost ownership of the tower, as the new owner had the tower dynamited down and converted to scrap metal to recover some cost. The towers were left abandoned. The fall of Warden thrust the brilliant inventor into a deep depression and financial distress, and in the years that followed, his colleagues began to seriously doubt his mental well-being. His eccentricities became increasingly exaggerated, underscored by his tendency to bring home and care for the injured pigeons he encountered during his daily visits to the park. He also developed an unnatural fear of germs, washing his hands compulsively and refusing to eat any food which had not been disinfected through boiling. But his mind remained with groundbreaking ideas, as he demonstrated when he described radar technology in 1917, almost 20 years before it became a reality. Nikola Tesla eventually passed away on January 7, 1943, at the age of 86 in New York City. The official cause of death listed on his death certificate was coronary thrombosis, a blood clot that blocked an artery supplying blood to the heart. Tesla's personal papers and effects, including a number of his notebooks, were seized by the U.S. government. John G. Trump, an electrical engineer and professor at MIT, was tasked with examining the papers to determine if they contained any sensitive or valuable information. After reviewing the documents, it was concluded that there was nothing of significant value, and nothing was ever heard about his belongings, inventions, and blueprints in those briefcases. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, was the famous words of Nikola Tesla. Maybe he knew something that we still can't understand even until this day. Could the alignment of the Great Pyramid, the mathematical intricacies, and Tesla's experimentation with energy hold the key to understanding the universe itself? Our exploration of the Great Pyramid of Giza revealed its ancient marvels and how it's precisely aligned and full of math mysteries. At the same time, Tesla's experiments with energy, like the Warden Tower, seem to connect the past and future, echoing through vibrations. Could it be that the Great Pyramid's perfect alignment hides a code Tesla tried to understand? Can its math secrets align with Tesla's dream of a world powered by unseen forces? I think Tesla unfortunately became his own downfall. Think about it. Tesla dreamed of giving free energy to the world, but it clashed with the business reality. His bold idea didn't sit well with his investors like J.P. Morgan, who wanted profit. It's like a clash of two worlds, one chasing money, the other dreaming of free energy for everyone. Just imagine the clash, a businessman after profit, and a visionary aiming to gift the world something incredible for free. So as we come to an end of this video, I would like to say thank you for joining me today on this journey. What do you think? Could the Great Pyramid and Tesla's ideas truly unlock a world we haven't explored yet? Can the alignment and mathematics guide us to a deeper understanding of the universe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. It motivates me so much in making more of these videos. So until next time, continue to explore the unknown and remember to always seek the truth.